Whoo-wee, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. So, I want to tell you a little tiny knife story. See, once upon a time, in a land very far, far away, there was this little known knife company called Jack Wolf Knives. And Jack Wolf Knives made the single best slip joint knives on the entire planet. And what happened was, as the knife suggests, the price was a little high for some people. The people in the local town there who worked at the YMCA couldn't afford the knives, and they complained like little tiny schoolgirls, kind of like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka. I want an Oompa Loompa Daddy. And they just all the time, I want a Jack Wolf Knives, Daddy. I want a Jack Wolf Knives, Daddy. But Daddy couldn't afford it because the job at the YMCA was paying minimum wage. And basically, he was paid in biscuits. So what happened was Ben Belkin, being the not just so suave and debonair man that he is, but the kind-hearted man that he is, he decided, I'm going to make something and call it the Jack Wolf Knives Steel Series. And with that was introduced the Betty's Clip. So let's get into this. Jack Wolf Knives, where you can go and you can get the finest slip joint knives in the world, and now some of the finest frame lock knives in the world. Believe me, I know. He's did something to help everybody. If you've ever been on his site and you thought, man, if it was just $100 cheaper, I would take one in a heartbeat. Okay, he made them $100 cheaper. Let's go over what you got. Now, normally when you're talking about Jack Wolf Knives, you get this metal container, and I have a bunch of them. There's one right here, as a matter of fact. You get this metal container. The rubber bands don't come on it. And it's got all this crazy artwork on it, and it's got his logo on the top there, and then it's going to come with some stickers and a whole bunch of different stuff. And, you know, it's part of the pricing. It's a whole bunch of really cool material, and he goes all out. You don't just buy a knife, you buy an experience. Some people are saying, look, what about if I didn't need the experience, but I still want the knife? He said, okay. He said, okay. So basically, he came up with this, and he uses a cardboard tube, right, with plastic ends, nothing fancy on the inside, no special artwork. As a matter of fact, the artwork that's on there is going to be the same label as all of the different series. The only thing that's going to be different is this piece right here, this little sticker showing you which model you bought. And doing that, it's going to be part of the reason that the cost is down. So what you're getting, however, is still the same fantastic freaking knife. So check this out. Cut it out. This thing is freaking, we have some sunshine out there, so you're really going to get a look at this blue. Blue, my favorite color. Ben took care of me on this one. Man, I'm telling you, there's something about this spine. A lot of, normally you're going to get these titanium frames, and then you can get different color spine. Look at this steel is just one big mass amount of thickness, and just like the other ones, it's super smooth. The transition from frame to spring, you don't even get it. The walk and talk on this knife, boom, boom, is the same on the other knives. So you're saying, well, then why is it $100 difference? It can't just be packaging. That is correct. So what he did is he used a 14C28N steel, which is fantastic. And 14C28N, I remembered, which is a fantastic steel. I brought you other knives in this steel and that are just absolute performers. And the reason knife makers use this is because, A, they can get it at a better cost than some of the other, like the S30s and the S35s and all that. They get it at a better cost, and it has like the same edge retention. That's what this stuff is known for, is edge retention, and it's good against corrosion, which is a plus. So now, where the cost helps out beyond that is, rather than titanium, he went with a stainless steel bolster. He went with stainless steel springs, stainless steel screws, but it's good. It's not like he just went and bought a bunch of curtain rods and melted them down. This is really, really good. It goes, you got a triple fluted front bolster, just like the other ones. The grind, the way the knife is done is just like the other ones. The The edge geometry is just like the other ones. So you're getting basically the same exact knife, but $100 cheaper. And he did it by changing the part that you're not going to be using, basically. So while the frame holds it all together, the stainless frame is going to hold your knife together the exact same way the titanium frame is going to hold it together, but for $100 cheaper. The blade is still going to cut exactly what the other blade is going to cut, but it's $100 cheaper. The handle materials might not be kieranite and some crazy carbon, some fat carbons and stuff like that, but they're going to be still awesome, still do the same exact job, have the same exact feel, and personally, I think, have the same exact good looks, but $100 cheaper. Do you see where I'm going here? It only gets better. So let's go over the Benny's clip. It is a clip point knife. It is beautiful. These scales, wait till you see them outside, are my favorite of the bunch. I freaking love them. You're looking at a Lanny's clip pattern, which is a big old beautiful clip point. It's just gorgeous. This is blue linen micarta. Let's see, integral bolster, everything stainless steel, just like I said. Polished stainless steel Torx hardware, hollow grind, Sandvik 14C 28N. When I read it, I get it wrong. When I remember it, I get it right. So we have a belt satin finish on the blade, just like the other ones. The spring finish is polished. Closed, it is just about 4 inches. Beautiful, beautiful size for a knife like this. The blade length is a perfect 3 inches. The cutting edge is 2.56 inches. Scale to scale, it is 0.44 inches, and it is 3 millimeters in the blade stock. It's beautiful. I mean, it's typical Ben Belkin. It's typical Jack Wolf knives. It's just done immaculately. You got your nail nick there that you don't even need. And it's good because if you're like me, you're like, oh, crap. You don't even need it because the way he brings up his clipper, you have enough real estate just to do a pinch and pull. And boom, it's magically delicious. So we need to take this thing outside, first of all, and show you. I mean, it's even the inside is still beautifully done like the other ones. This knife is immaculate. But what I want to do first is just show you his other handles. Hold on. So I was going to show you the other handles, and then it got glitchy, and then it came to me. I don't know if this first offering is only in this handle material, which if it is, you're lucky because this would probably be my favorite anyway. On the website, when you look at the Benny's clip, the one that is $100 less, the $199 version, is the only one that's $199. The rest of them are the other Benny's clips, the ones that are still the S90V. And those are all the $299 versions. So this one right here is going to be your go-to. Now there is a release date. I totally forgot to look at it. Well, let's call that right in time. The release date is Friday the 13th. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. It drops at 2 p.m. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. He always sells out. Get over there. And, check this out. I do think you can actually go to his website and buy. Now, before, if you remember, all of his sales were through partnerships, his distributors. I believe now, and I would say don't quote me, but I think you can quote me. I believe now you can actually go to his website and purchase. So it's just one more easy peasy, lemon squeezy type way he makes things simpler for the people. The guy is always just doing the right thing. Always doing the right thing. So Friday the 13th, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Drop times vary in Europe. But definitely jump on these like the cow going over the moon. Let's take it outside. All right, so I'm about to show you that if this is the only handle color, it doesn't matter because this is gorgeous. Everybody knows that I'm a big micarta fan anyway. Linen micarta is my absolute favorite choices. Look at this grip. Look at that blue is so freaking deep and so rich. That is absolutely stunning. The grain, the grip, the texturing, the color. It's just freaking perfect. It is perfect. Golly, that knife is nice. That just snaps open, man. And I know I always say it snaps open. That kind of leaves out crackle and pop, and they're getting a little jealous. This knife is Rice Krispies all the way, man. This knife is nice. Golly, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's not just beautiful. It's a cutting tool. Speaking of cutting tool, I was going to say I had... Oh, here we go. I know I had something in there. I know I had something in there that I didn't need. Can't grab it, though. Man, I am an invalid. Hold on. Well, first, before we do that, since I can't grab it anyway, it's just a piece of paper. Let's go over... let's get some sunlight. Let's go over the edge here. Let's go over the edge here. So, is the Steel Series any different than the regular series? No. That bald spot is beautiful. Look at how easy that was. I just brushed along. All right. So is it sharp? Yeah, it's sharp. Well, now I can grab this thing with my right hand. All right. So I just had this little piece of paper sitting up there getting ready to go in the trash, and I figured, why not? Why not? I never do the paper cut thing because I don't truly believe in it. But it does show that the knife is pretty damn sharp. Pretty damn sharp. All right, so let's go pretty damn sharp. Test it. You know what? I'm going to do some 4-foot drops in a place I never do 4-foot drops. I'm at the fire pit here, and we got just some scrap wood hanging around. So I figure why not drop something into it. So a 4-foot drop into a piece of scrap wood. Bink. Oh, wow. That really dug in. Now remember, these are fairly thin in the tip, but this one is a little thicker than some of the others. Let's do that again. 4 feet in the air. And it was a bad drop. Made a really nice nice cut there. Bink. And you'll see that on that kind of impact and that kind of stress, no, it did not break the tip. So while a thinner knife, you can break a tip, that doesn't make it fragile. And I think a lot of people are a little weird about that. They think, oh, well, if the blade is thin, isn't it going to break? What are you using it for? This is an EDC, like, gentleman's carry type thing. This isn't the kind of knife that, you know, you would do stupid stuff with, like, boom, oh, hard downward throws. Hard downward throws that I absolutely missed. You know what I mean? That's, oh, wow, that got in there. That's not what this knife is. So you're not going to be throwing this all over the yard. So do you have to worry about breaking it? No, that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, I threw it because I'm a moron, but that doesn't mean you should do it. All right, let's see here. Just a nice, a nice push cut, and it's just sharp. It's just freaking sharp. Let's see here. The problem I have is the grip, just holding things. That's the problem I have. So let's see here. Let's see here. So you're at the campsite and something goes wrong with your electrics and you need to bring some wire together, or if you're on the road and something goes wrong with your car and you realize, oh crap, that wire came apart. Well, guess what? You just take out your little knife. You take out your little itty bitty tiny knife that fits completely perfectly in a big man's hand. And I don't even know if I made a cut there. I don't know. I can't feel anything with that hand. I have no idea if I was actually putting any pressure down. Let's see. It's the weirdest thing. All right. I felt cutting there. I cut most of it, and then I cut the orange part. I can feel. I don't know why I'm just not using my right hand. I'm determined and destined to just hurry up and get back to being a lefty. I am determined, even though I keep screwing this up, and it's going to be the worst video ever. I am determined to use my hand. Check that. I mean, it's just perfect. It's just easy. Easy for you. For me, maybe not so much. But let's see here. We got the garden hose. We got the garden hose. Wow! Okay, so that, I've already used the garden hose on plenty of knives. Look at this. No knife has as easily cut this hose than this knife right here. I mean, look at this. None of them have cut through. I've had a few that cut really easy. Not like this. With every knife, I've had to really put pressure on. Even the ones that made really nice, quick, easy cuts. Wow. Okay, this was best versus this. But I mean, not even by just a little bit. That was by far the best. Damn cripple. Why, Lord? All right, so here we go. Bam. 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 You see what's happening here? I mean, whatever you need cut, it cuts. Just pure and simple. This is 3 layers, and it's just breezing through. Like it's not even putting anything in the way of it. It's just a damn sharp freaking knife. I mean, damn sharp. Beautifully and wonderfully cuttably sharp. So let's go and do some like feathering and whatnot. We'll take a walk across the yard together, and I can tell you exactly how it feels in the hand, and it feels just like the ones that you would pay $2.99 for. It's immaculate. It's immaculate. I mean, when you're talking about the Steel Series to the normal stuff, the regular stuff, there's no difference in the hand. None. If you were blindfolded and I put a Steel Series blade in your hand and a regular Series blade in your hand, you wouldn't know. There's no way you would be able to tell the difference. It's just as perfect as his perfect pieces. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It's Jack Wolf knives. They don't come better than that. All right, let's see here. They just don't come better. Now remember, thin tip, and it's still taking, wow, I'm going right into this log. It's still taking a pounding right at the tip. I wanted to turn the knife so I could show you. And it's still gonna work. It's still gonna do the job. It's gonna do everything it's supposed to do and more, because this is not what it's supposed to do. This is not the job of this knife. But in an emergency, in a pinch, if you really must, if you need kindling, if you're stuck and you need a fire, that really freaking hurts. It's gonna do the job. It's absolutely going, and I'm not telling you that without showing you. I'm proving it to you. It's going to do the job. Let's see. So I'm trying to keep them on there, but I don't have a lot of control with this hand yet, especially holding it like this. I don't know if I can try and hold it a little better for you. There we go. I mean, you can see it's making beautiful curls. They're just falling down, which is when you're making a fire anyway. You're getting kindling. You don't need it on the stick. You're gathering it and you're going to light a fire. Let's see. I'll use my thumb to help control it. Make some swoops here. Make some curls. I mean, it's beautiful. Golly, it's beautiful. The knives that come out of this guy's brain, he just knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? People think that, oh, it's just a slip joint, it must be an easy design. It's not, because it has to be perfect. The ergonomics have to flow. Everything has to be perfect. And if you're looking at it and you're thinking it's the same as any other, the difference between this height and this height compared to this roundness to where this starts to bow, it's mathematical. And people don't realize that. They think it's so simple. And then they make a knife and it's just not as good, and they don't know why. It's because you have to know what you're doing. And Ben just knows what he's doing. He's knife genius. He sent it to me, an invalid. Can't be that smart. Let's see. Actually, you guys don't know, but Ben Belkin, the owner of Jack Wolf Knives, and his partner Donnie. I'm not his partner Donnie. I'm talking about the other one. They're super great guys. Like really, really good people over there. So you're not just getting a knife.
you're getting a personality, and you can see his personality in every knife. I mean, it's just it's right. It's just right. The guy, and that's how he is. The guy's just right. You talk to him, you meet him, you shake his hand, you have a conversation, and you're like, there's nothing not right about this dude. He's just a cool guy. He's like a man's man too. He's just fun to be around. His knives are really reflective of him, you know, his lifestyle and who he is and who he wants to be. You know what I mean? I met the guy's father, and even he was an awesome guy. It's like you're surrounded by great when you're talking about these knives. Even the great you don't see, because you're buying it online. You don't get to talk to this guy. But when you're buying his knives, you can feel it. You know what I mean? It's just, he's just a great dude. I purposely put on this shirt. This wasn't one of those accidents. Like, oh, hey, look at that. I accidentally, you know why I purposely put on the shirt? Respect. Just absolute, the amount of respect I have for him, it's awesome. I mean, the guy's just awesome. And this shirt, by the way, other knife reviewers, if he sends you a knife to test, go on his website and buy a damn shirt, buy a hat, buy something, buy something. I got gear from the guy because I respect it. I really like him. And I believe in him enough to where I will wear his gear in public any day of the week. And when people ask, what is it? I tell them, because he's worth it. He really, really is. So here it is. The Benny's Clip Steel Series. The very first of, which means you're going to get more. He's going to drop more designs in the Steel Series, and you're going to have more chances to own a phenomenal knife at a great price. A great price because you're still getting superior quality. You're still getting fantastic materials, right? It's not like you're getting a drop off, right? You're still getting great materials, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the best part is super damn functional. I mean, super functional. So, man, this is really good looking. This is really good looking. I'm very happy. The very first Steel Series Jack Wolf Knives blade dropping tomorrow. Awesome. Pick up your own. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.